Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. So today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit personal, a little bit more serious, but we're still gonna have a good time, you know. Today I'm going to be talking about mental health, more specifically how my cancer affected my mental health, because it did have quite a toll on me, and I feel like mental health is like stigmatized and people are scared to talk about it because they think it's weird or uncomfortable, and that's totally fine. But I am here to show you that everyone has their struggles, everyone has their issues, and I'm just going to talk about mine, and hopefully you guys can relate to some things and maybe this can help you. But before we jump into all of that, I want to talk about an app that actually sponsored me this video, and I'm really excited to talk about them because it's actually an amazing app, and I'm not just saying that. The app is called Abridge. This app is so handy if you guys go to a lot of doctor's appointments, and I thought this just related well to this video because if you didn't know, I had cancer and whatever, and so I was at the doctor all the time and they're just spewing words at you. This app would have been so handy when I went all the time because you can record your doctor's visit. I'm gonna put a screen recording of the app up here, and it's just so nice because you can record your doctor's visit so you don't have to worry about like taking notes or remembering everything you're saying. You can just be present in the moment and just like take in all the information, and then you can leave with the entire conversation on your phone. So like when your family asks what the doctor said, when your friends ask what the doctor said, what other doctors ask about what the doctor said, you can just be like, here, I have this, and you have a whole recording of your conversation. I've actually been playing around with it a little bit because I'm really excited about it, because I'm actually going back to the doctor soon for my scans and like regular check-ins to see how my body's doing, make sure there's no more cancer and whatever. So this app is gonna be so helpful because I meet with so many doctors in those days and my mind is just like full of information, and then my parents are always like, what did they say? And I'm like, I don't really remember. But with this app, I will be able to tell them exactly what the doctor said. And this app also allows you just to get the key points of what the doctor said in such an easy way. It takes like, it listens and it like, I don't even know, it like examines the audio and finds all of the medical terms that are used, and it gives you the insights and just the important key points that you might want to share with your friends and your family. And then right on your phone you have your entire health history to talk about with other doctors, your family, your friends, and whatever. I just think this app is like crazy helpful for people like me. I know a lot of people that follow me have gone through things like this or are still going through things like this because of my whole cancer journey, and this app could be so helpful for you guys, so I really suggest you guys download it and check it out. You can download Abridge for free by clicking the link down below. I'll link it so you guys just have to press it and you get this free app that is insanely helpful. Thank you, Abridge, for sponsoring the video, and yeah, let's just get on into it. So back in the summer, late spring of 2017, I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, which is bone cancer, if you guys did not know, and it was crazy. Before then, I had already had my struggles with mental health, but I did not think it could get worse. The diagnosis was like a huge shock to me because I had had my tumor for like 3 years, and they always were like, oh, it's a calcium buildup, oh, it's just an extra bone growth, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden one day I'm just like, boom, I have cancer. Like, it just was like, it put my body into such a like a weird state. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. I use this story a lot when I try to explain how I felt when I was diagnosed, and I was sitting in my doctor's office with, I think there's just my oncologist was in there with my parents. She told me, this was before my biopsy, and she's like, now we can't confirm without a biopsy, but we are pretty certain that it is osteosarcoma. And first of all, I had no idea what osteosarcoma was, so I'm like, okay, whatever, like, what do we do? And then she told me that it was bone cancer, and I'm like, bone cancer is a thing? I had no idea that bone cancer was a thing before I was diagnosed. And my parents broke down, they were crying, and I was just like in such a state of shock. I was like, what? And both of my parents were crying, so I'm like, okay, looks like I have to be the strong one. So I sucked in all my tears and I'm like, okay, so what do we do? So in the moment I was like kind of chilling. I'm just like, let's just like do something, let's like make a plan, let's get this over with, like whatever, I just want this thing out of me. And it was hard seeing my parents like so upset and I don't think it really sunk in for a long time. I think it didn't sink in until after my surgery. I was just kind of like la-di-da-di-da, nothing's real. Like I just was like pushing it away. I was in denial, I think. And then after my surgery, it really hit me. It was not good. After my surgery, I was bedridden for a couple months. I couldn't walk. I had to teach myself how to walk. After surgery, you had to teach yourself how to use the restroom again. Your body forgets how. It was really hard, and I had to teach my fingers how to move again and whatever. It was just such a weird feeling not being able to do the things that I normally would do before this, and it just made me angry in a sense. Like I was mad. I'm like, why can't I walk? Why can't I move my fingers? Why can't I do this, that, and whatever? And I just felt very helpless, I think. Like I couldn't bathe myself. I couldn't brush my own hair. I couldn't brush my own teeth. I couldn't do anything. And so it just made me angry. Like I was just like mad. And so I never really wanted to talk to people. I started to close myself off a lot, and it worried my mom and my parent, well, just my parents in general. It worried them. Yeah, it was honestly, that time of my life was such a blur. There were so many feelings that I think I just suppressed because I was scared to actually feel them, and then it just like would slowly keep hitting me. And like now I still have those feelings. Like yes, I was diagnosed 2 years ago, but I'm still feeling like the repercussions of it. Like one of the biggest things is that I don't trust my body at all. So like I think I'm low-key like one of those people that always thinks there's something wrong. Like if anytime there's like a little bump, I'm like, my cancer's back, and I freak out and I cry and I just like get really scared. And normal people would just be like, oh, it's whatever. But I freak out over everything. If I have a sore throat, I'm like, I have esophageal cancer, or like my throat is torn in half. Like it's just everything. Like I always feel like something is so wrong, and it's hard not being able to trust your body at all. I use this example a lot. I started distancing myself from a lot of my friends during that time, and one of the big reasons why is like, why would I trust other people when I can't even trust my own body? I can't even trust my own body to keep me safe. My own body was trying to kill me, so how am I supposed to trust other people? Like it was just so, I don't even know, like I don't know how to explain it. Like it was just really hard. I have a lot of guilt tied with this whole journey because right when I was diagnosed, my aunt relapsed. She had breast cancer and she went into remission, and it was amazing. And then we found out right around the time I was diagnosed that the cancer had spread to her brain and it was back. We got really close during this time because we were both going through our little cancer journeys together. I could understand her and she could understand me because I felt like no one understood what was going on with me because they hadn't been in a situation like I had. But she got it. She understood, and it felt so good. Luckily enough, I was able to go on vacation right before my surgery, like one last hurrah, you know, the summer. And I was in Peru, and as soon as I got off the plane, I got a text that my aunt had passed away, and I felt like it was so unfair. I was so mad, and it's just like a lot of guilt with it because it's like, why did I get to live and she didn't, you know? And normally I would cry about this and whatever for hours, but I'm just like trying to play cool because I don't like to cry on camera. It's survivor's guilt for sure. I have a lot of that because I've made friends in the community who have unfortunately passed, and it's just like I don't get it. I'm like, why do I get to be here when they don't get to? I'm like, my aunt fought so much harder than I did. Why doesn't she get to be here? Like I just, like my body is just guilt ridden and I don't know how to get rid of it. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that, but it sucks. This video was a lot more serious than I thought it was gonna be. Wow. In that summer after my surgery, I was just like a very angry child because I saw all my friends going to the pool and to the beach and doing all these fun things, and I'm like, I got to lay in bed and watch the same Netflix movie that I've been watching for the past 3 days. I was so bored, and I don't know, like I was just stuck with myself and my emotions, so I kind of had to wallow in my own self-pity. You know, things could have been worse. And I just think going through something like that just in general makes you feel pretty crappy. Like it's not not a fun thing to go through, and it's just a very general sadness, anger, fear. I was very scared, but I felt like I couldn't show that I was scared because then it would make everyone else more scared. I tried to keep that to myself. Honestly, I don't remember if I've said this yet, but I have scans in September, so they're coming up soon. It's the beginning of September. Every time scan day comes up, I am just filled with anxiety. I get scans a lot. I have scan day a lot just to check to see if it's back, if it's not, whatever. And every time I get so scared because I'm like, I don't know what they're gonna find. I don't know if it'll be back. I don't know if it won't be. Like, what if it is back? And it just like, it sends me into a spiral. So like, yeah, like remission is awesome, but like I'm also still stuck with that fear inside me. Like, I feel like I will be for the rest of my life because I'm like, happened when I was 17, why can't it happen again, you know? I don't know how much more to say, but even with all of that, I'm still like in a way thriving. Like, I'm doing things that I never thought I would be able to do, and I kicked cancer's buttocks, you know? So like, that's always a good feeling. I'm like been trying to move on, and I'm just focusing on the good in my life, which is, there's a lot of good in my life, so I'm just focusing on that. I suggest y'all do the same, you know? I think the best way to deal with these feelings that you have, your negative feelings, is to talk about them, because they're never gonna get better if you just keep them bottled up. And that's what I did for a long time, and clearly none of it helped. I think talking about it is really, really important. This video was weird to film. Hopefully you guys aren't like, why would she upload this? I don't know, just trying to be real with y'all, okay? I'll give you a little insight into my real life, my head, my whatever. I'm not gonna say I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I feel like that's weird, but thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, comment. I want to have a chat with you guys. I'll try to be responding to a lot of comments. If you relate to anything, let me know. Comment some, if you want to talk about some of your things, do it, because, you know, just I'm here to talk always. Make sure to follow my other social medias. Links are down below or at the end of the video. Subscribe, turn on channel notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.